Big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 in the bag.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Keep playing hard. Go. Go.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Black, black.
First down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch right. Watch right. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 35. Mike 35. Watch the run.
Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tyler Ervin back deep. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Black 20. Check black 54. 2 for 66.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
This is Jones, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Super 1.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff caught by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Madison running on first down. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 17, Cousins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down. What? 20. Check nickel.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Goff now looking to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
180. 3 bucks. Hey, 5. 22's coming, Mike. Hey, box drop.
3rd and long, it's gone. Looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Cousins on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, zoom.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
44 to Mike. 44. Hey, seam 6. You can't block me.
from the gun. Here's Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Yo! Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Black. 44's the mic. Hey, Haywood. Coming to you. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Hey, no, easy. 44.
A first down throw for Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Goff now to throw. Jones has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, bro. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Good route here. He don't want it.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Zadarius Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to go down again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw, gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Final play of the half, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In your face.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
You better be afraid of me. Slam, slam, slam. 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. The connection made. It's Graham. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, lift, 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 lift. Hey, Delta. Play. Hey, let's go. Go,
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Goff. It's caught here by Adams. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they hit him in the backfield and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. On 4th down, Goff. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Room here to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Listen.
Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 52.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, the 40. Past the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch it.
Throwing is Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. Pick up there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Cousins on target to Diggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run it with Madison. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going on the ground with Madison. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Bailey's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whirling. 22, Mike 22. Here we go.
Here's Gone. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run with Madison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And Diggs has it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcast before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Here's Madison, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Packers' 25-yard line.
Get that quarterback and all coach. Wide, get wide.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.